You are invited to come along as some friends and I spend a week exploring Death Valley National Park and the surrounding area. Thank you for watching. Just leaving Carson City, Nevada, and looking at the gorgeous view I'm going to have for a while. Very nice drive. Over to the left is a rapidly flowing river. As you can see, still got this beautiful view. Really like the darks and the lights. Darks of the trees, white of the snow. And here we are at Mono Lake. The vista overlooking it. Pretty impressive. We are about 40 miles from Lone Pine, which is where we're going to spend the night tonight. And tomorrow we're going to be crossing that mountain range and be in Death Valley National Park, which is just on the other side. Okay, welcome to Lone Pine. It's a little town with lots of charm, what the sign said. And I am looking for a grocery store. Well, Lloyd's of Lone Pine might have peppers I'm looking for. Oh, and then there's a market. Let's start with a market. I met up with the rest of the group in the Alabama hills just west of Lone Pine. The following day we woke to a beautiful view of the Sierra Nevada mountains. We started out with 14 people in our group. I am in the Silver 4Runner. So today is Sunday and we're heading over into Death Valley. We got 13 rigs with us, people from California, Arizona, one guy from New Jersey, and New Mexico. Well, we pretty much got the West Coast covered. Welcome to Darwin, an old mining town. Darwin was founded in 1860 when silver was discovered in the local mountains. Today the population is 54 and is more of an artist community than a mining town. The miners dug their homes into the earth so that they had a cool place to retreat to during the summer heat. Okay, we are heading out of Darwin, and I don't remember where we're going. I think we're going over towards Darwin Falls. The road is rough, but not really too bad. The mountain range is the other side of Death Valley National Park. That's the well house.
You were saying before the falls, that's China Garden.
And there's a cistern over there.
After the falls is...
And that's the miner's cabin. The pump house with a huge pump is under that tree. The pump drew water from the cistern and pumped it up the hill in the pipe to the mine. And we're on the road between Darwin and Panamint Springs, going through a canyon with, it's been pushed up. If you look at the rock grain, rock striations, you can see that some of it's almost vertical. Pretty impressive. You got uprushing of rock. The one coming up on right now is straight ahead. That just sort of undulates from the upheaval. It's just incredible. Here's another little whoop-de-doop.
Rock in the road on the left.
Going around this corner, you can just see how that rock has been twisted. There are several long uphill climbs on the way to Darwin Falls. We parked and headed up a wildflower-started wash that used to be the Ike Baum Toll Road. Tourists used the road in 1926 to enter Darwin and Death Valley. Leaving the wash brought us onto a lush green trail that bordered Darwin Creek. Clouded up, so it cooled off a little bit. About 75 right now.
3 o'clock, we can't move. I don't know who it was that broadcast, but I didn't understand anything.
Lots of Joshua trees. Really big one. Here's a nice one coming up. Yeah. And we moved into some, looks like juniper trees. Lots of different vegetation down here. That brown pile in the road is burrow droppings. Okay, we're still going downhill. I think that's the valley we're going to. Just working our way through the rock canyons. This has been one very long downhill. Be interesting to check the GPS once I get a chance and see exactly how long it is. So we're trying to find the hot springs, trying to figure out if we missed the turnoff.
I gotta say, it's Saline Valley Road, a mile and a half. Mile and a half, straight ahead, you mean?
Okay, we made the turn and now headed for the hot springs. And with the light the way it is, it's a little hard to see the dips in the road. Good morning. Today's Monday, and this is Saline Valley Hot Springs. There are several soaking pools with gorgeous views as well as an outdoor shower. Okay, as you can see, the way everything is jouncing around, we're on a very rocky trail. And basically this area is a giant alluvial fan. We're actually in sort of a wash. You can see from the high sidewalls the water has probably run down through here and scoured this out. So over to our left is a fenced area, and I believe that is the upper warm spring. Okay, to give you an idea of how slow we've been going, we've been traveling now for about 43 minutes, and we've covered just 4 miles. We're still on the gravel road headed for Steel Pass. You can see the landscape is changing as we've gone up in elevation. Been thinking why I enjoy doing this. I really like being able to see like the hills a long ways away. It's about 74 degrees outside. Got the windows down. It just feels good. You can see the other vehicles up ahead of us winding their way up the road through the valley. Beautiful view as we're around the corner of this wash. Love the color in the hills. This is coming up Steel Pass. Debbie's driving the red Jeep. Lena's in the green one. And Ace is the one that's in the back. We stopped and had a nice lunch at the Marble Bathtub. The Marble Bathtub is basically an old cast iron tub that's filled with hundreds of blue marbles and a few rubber duckies. You look off in the distance at those hills, different colored rock striations in them. When it was pushed up, pretty impressive. Another great view of snow-capped mountains in the distance and valley down below. We're now entering the Eureka Canyon, home of Steel Pass. This looks all volcanic. Gas pockets probably made all those holes in the rock. Oh, I'm loving it. There was a scrape in the bottom of the vehicle on a loose gravel. See how he does it, and then decide how I want to do it. I think I want to do it this way, a bit more angle across, since I don't have the same clearance he does. This drops a lot.
Trailer's coming off now.
Steel Pass drops about 12 feet over a series of steps that need to be traversed very carefully. That crunching sound is the running board sliding over the rock ledge.
Slow, inch it, inch it, inch it, inch it. You're off.
All right, thank you. Okay, this is Roger coming down what I just went down.
All right, you're gonna drop on your right front. Take her hard to the right. Hard right. Come on. Alright, break it out.
That noise is the running board of Roger's truck sliding over the rocks. It sounds worse than it really is. Okay, this is the next one that I get to go down. Frenchie's gonna guide me down. Guy in the blue shirt is Miner. That slot looks really narrow.
Now keep coming. Don't turn, but just go slow. Turn right on passenger. Okay, turn this way. Probably a little more passenger. Follow his instructions.
Going easy. Bring you out a little bit. That's it, good. Guys, slow easy. I say a little, just a little. When he tells you a little,
just a little.
This guy's intense. Watch him. Watch him there.
It's this rock. Stay passenger.
It takes a long time to get every vehicle safely down all the steps.
Now slow, real slow. You're gonna drop. Go slow.
It's just serious.
Straighten it up a little.
As usual, some vehicles handle the obstacles easier than others.
Come forward.
It's okay.
Slow down, you gotta go slow. Push it up.
Good.
Coming.
Have her go slow because we're coming down now.
Just go slow. Real slow. Coming down.
Another 2 foot slow.
Coming.
It's almost down. It looks to be down.
We all made it down through Steel Path with only minor scraping and rubbing and are now headed towards Eureka Dunes. And we are down. We stopped on the flat near Eureka Dunes to check the vehicles for any hidden damage, and saw this little guy basking in the late afternoon sun. sand track now. Okay, we came around the end of the Panamint Dunes. And we're heading for our campsite. We're still headed for the campground, the one we were going to stay at. It had a lot of people in it. Wasn't enough space for all of us to stay there. So we're going to another one that Frenchy knows down the road here. Don't know how far up we're going. Sign back there said of 11 miles of twisty-turny road. We're crawling up through this valley. It's amazing rock formations. Here's one that looks like a monkey face. I'm somewhat surprised at how quickly the temperature changes as we go up in elevation. When we're down by the dunes, it's about 85, but we've gone up 1,000 feet, or maybe it's 2, and the temperature's down to 74 and dropping. Well, here's our campsite for tonight. An old mine workings. Pick a spot, any spot. You're fine. You can click on the links to the left to watch the next video in this series or watch a different series. You can use PayPal to make a donation to help support the creation of more videos on this channel. The link is in the description below. We appreciate your comments and feedback. Thank you for watching.